Pokemon Paradox forms, imagination given form. Scarlet shows us the past forms, primordial ancestors to today's Pokemon, while Violet shows us the wonders of tomorrow. For my personal opinion, I do prefer the Scarlet Paradox forms much more, because of how creative you can get with them. A lot of the Violet forms are just robots, and while I do love robots, like Mega Man series and the Gundam series, these robots are just not really doing it for me. As for the newly revealed Paradox forms of Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, I do love the direction Game Freak took with them. Suicune's ancestor being a water-walking lizard to show a less refined way of modern-day graceful bound on the surface is really cool. While Iron Leaves follows the trend of rover version of Virizion, I do like the extending energy blades it has as a sci-fi member of the Sword of Justice. But these two are only part of their trios, so I rolled up my sleeve and set out to make these teams whole. Starting off with the big battle axe of the Sword of Justice, it's Terrakion, the muscle of the team. The very first thing I wanted to do with Terrakion was double down on its stout strength he's supposed to embody. The present-day form square body of pure muscle turns into rounded body, bringing into mind armor that makes blades light off. While the original head is almost human-like with a strong chin, I go for a more protective helm, though the jaw protection still keeps some of that shape. I also really liked Iron Thorn's retractable spikes, so I used it here. While he may look ferocious in battle mode, when he powers down and retracts them, he'll look like a really big, friendly egg, which I call bonus. This will be a rock steel type named Iron Charge. With a strong outer shell-like body with retractable weapons, this Pokemon reminds the researchers of Swiss Army knife. It is said that nothing can stop its charge once it starts running, always able to bring down a new way to bear down its pure power into any obstacle. And now the leader of Sword of Justice, Cobalion. I really like Cobalion's design. The long proud neck with a standing collar and the cravat-like fur tuft on his chest shows the real dignity and power of a true leader. With such a solid design, I didn't need to edit much on Cobalion. I tried for the normal robofication on Iron Step here. The chest tuft turns into a big energy source while the tail stiffens into a buzzsaw. It becomes a fighting electric type with its main power being its stored chest energy, said to be limitless, as its tail can spin so fast that it can cut down anything in its path. With the future Paradox designs done, let's go to the past forms of the legendary beasts. Entei is one of the most beloved out of this trio. His design is super well done. The head crest especially seems to have inspired a lot of other artists taking on the same design exercise to give him a Paradox form based on a T-Rex. Maybe due to it looking similar to Tyrantrum, especially with their matching white fur. While I agree that the ancient apex predator is the only thing worthy of Entei, I had a different dino in mind, the Spinosaurus. With modern-day Entei's spikes being an echo of a Spinosaurus-like spine plates, the ancestral roaring blaze took form. A fire ground type, this ancient Pokemon roams through the world as apex predator. When challenged, this Pokemon's spine spikes will glow with its red-hot rage, and its superheated roars can melt through a mountain. When this Pokemon gets angry, nowhere's safe to run. And now finally we get to Raikou. Personally, I find Raikou to have the weakest design out of the three, mainly because Entei and Suicune are just that well made, rather than any weakness on Raikou's part. As a fan of underdogs, I decided to give him more of a unique design to help him stand out. So to contrast with the two more reptilian designs, I decided to return to Monkey. I always thought Raikou's face and its mustache kinda resembled the patterns of a mandrill's face. So it was kind of an easy link for me to make, though I did give him more powerful gorilla body because he deserved it. Named Stomping Shock, it's an electric dark type. This Pokemon is known to climb high in the trees and shoot lightning at its prey, as though the entire jungle canopy was a maelstrom. Those foolish enough to get close would face its terrible jaws and arms that could clap as loud as thunder. I hope you enjoyed my take on filling out these two Paradox trios. Please let me know if you like my takes and feel free to let me know if any needs touch up down in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more of these or even crossovers like my recent My Hero Academia and Pokemon, please consider subscribing so you can see them as soon as I post. Thank you!